Hey, it's Jillian, your conscious cougar. And you know, here on this channel, it's always about fitness and keeping your vibration up, being happy, because that's beautiful. And altogether, that's sexy. So by any means necessary, right? Right. Normally, like the main core of this channel is about weight release and stuff like that, but we've been detouring onto some other extremely important life topics. Oh my goodness, what's this? I just found this thing. Look, read, freeze frame. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and ooh, what? I found another one. Oh my god, boom. Okay, so I've got them in a bunch of different colors. And I'm leaving them at counters everywhere. All right, today we are going to talk about the 5 steps to safe COVID-19 era dating. And I'm also going to ask you, beg you, repeatedly to do my damn survey. It's a sex survey. How often do you get this cool opportunity to do a sex survey? I need like 3,000 people to do this. And if you know folks in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s, you know, it's probably a sexually active time after that too. Seriously, not everybody, like, you know, stops doing it. But anyway, yeah, please, I need everyone to do it. And it's, you know, part of, not do it, but do the survey. Okay. Edit. Basically, what are we doing right now to solve this thing? I mean, we are humans. We are creatures of companionship. That's our natural state. We're companion animals. And touch is so urgent. And so this is one of those things that, you know, we kind of take it for granted. But non-sexual touch is especially important. Like, it's really important. Man-to-man, non-sexual touch. Like, reading about this stuff. Like, oh my God. We've got an increased rate of suicide. Actually, that's been happening since prior to COVID-19. The economy, and now we've got added elements, politics, COVID-19. I mean, it's just gotten really stressful and sort of spooky depending on how you're perceiving and handling it. And that's part of this whole thing, how you're perceiving and handling it. How does your perception of the COVID-19 crisis play into your sexual behavior now? How has your sexual behavior changed if you're single? How has it changed if you're married or in a monogamous relationship already? What difference has this crisis played upon your libido? For a whole bunch of people, they are hornier than they have ever been. Like, damn. Okay. And it's interesting because, like, if you look back, World War II, crises, like huge global country type crisis, sometimes often leads to, according to statistics, little baby booms 9 months later. So people ask me why are you asking people about their sex lives and stuff like that? Why? Well, because I just think it's interesting, and I think we're in it right now. We're in it. Well, okay, so I had a problem. I have a problem. It's not a problem. It's not a problem anymore. It's not a problem, not for the reason that you think it's not a problem, okay? But originally there was a problem. I was like, okay, this is not cool. Personally, TMI, last time we talked about this, I flashed across the screen just how celibate I am. But I'm solving that. And that's what I was like, how can we solve this further? Some of you out there may be therapists or coaches, and a lot of us know that we tend to attract clients who are in the same kind of life predicaments or are going through something that we have gone through previously. So I've got a client who I did a conscious decoupling ceremony on her and her previous partner, but did that like 3 years ago, their ceremony as they broke up and stuff, lovingly. But so now she's single, been single for a while since then. And at this point, she's like, you know, I'm ready to pick somebody and have an agreement with them or something. I'm like, right, an agreement. I like that. Oh yeah, there's steps to this. And she was just like, how do I make this happen? I want to make this happen. I'm an intention coach now. So I'm coaching her. And as I'm doing that, I'm like, yeah, me too. Shoot. So now I probably went a lot farther than she needed me to go. I've directed her in certain ways. There's certain ways that I coach. I'm a metaphysical consultant. So, we're stones and crystals and whatnot. And I'm going to just tell you, she's fine now. She has created what she needed, and brought in that special person into her world during COVID-19. And they both were tested. And they're groovy and they're monogamous and it's cool. It's a relationship that they went for monogamy a lot sooner than they normally would, but under the conditions, neither one wants to put themselves in space with other people if they don't have to. They like each other enough, so let's just do this. Let's get to know each other, So that's what I want to talk about. That. So it became part of this thing, this agreement. But I'm talking to people, and as I'm talking to people, so I'm like, well, what are you doing? How are you handling this? And a bunch of people are not handling it. Not handling it well, I'd say. There were a couple of people who'd be like, I've waited so long, shoot, I'll just continue to wait. And I'm like, oh my God. What if it takes another year or two for them to get this together? Are you okay with waiting that long? I think that a lot of people will make that decision not realizing how important, how healthy, how immune system building touch is. We're doing ourselves a favor if we can find a safe way to go about this. That's just my humble opinion. And so here we are. Talking to people has been awesome. You will find a lot of the result of me talking to people about this in the survey that I want you to do. And the link is below to how to get to the survey. Okay, flash it. Across the sky. Okay, across the screen. The website address to get to the survey, and it's right there, bam, top of the front homepage instantly. You get to that website and boom, it's in your face. Take the sex survey. So take it. Takes literally about 12 minutes. And be honest, because it's completely 1000% anonymous. Let me give you a little bit of a tidbit that I got early results when I only had really 30 or 40 people had taken the survey. There are some questions that are specifically if you're married or in a monogamous relationship already. And then certain questions if you're single, divorced and now single, widowed and single, single, okay, available to date, those people. All right, of the married people, apparently out of the 40 or so people back at that time, this is in the first few days of the survey being done, of the 40 or so people who had taken the survey, half were married, 50%. Of that chunk, 40%, 40% was already in, was in an extra relationship prior to COVID-19. And when COVID-19 happened, they were still in that relationship. And then based upon their answers to yet another question, they have not had a conversation with that extra person about taking safety measures to do whatever they can to avoid COVID-19. And they're still in them. And that's when I realized, damn, I forgot a question. Does your original partner know about this? Because, there could be open relationships. How many I feel myself heading towards more of these surveys in the future. But, that in itself, just that right there. I've done a lot of 6 feet apart dates, thinking that was going to, I'm like, let's keep going. I was dating people when this thing happened. So let's keep going, but let's do it safely. I'll wear my cutest mask and, and we'll do the 6 feet apart thing. Okay, cool. So I show up in a cute mask. What do I have? Here's a cute one right here. Wait a minute. Yeah, I show up in a cute mask. I'm all like sexy and whatnot and adorable. And we do the 6 feet apart thing. And it's all cute and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this is beautiful. Okay. But that's not, there's like a wall. The 6 feet is kind of like a wall. Kind of like this is a little bit, even though it's cute and it's sexy and whatnot, there's a wall, kind of, separating the bondability that you could have with this person. 7 steps to safe COVID-19 era dating. I'm going to call it 7 steps because there are 2 steps that are specifically for people who have not actually met the person that they're interested in. Because see, like the first step is to identify somebody that you have a mutual attraction with, that you share this mutual attraction with, who is also very conscious about COVID-19 and the effort not to catch it. That's what I mean by conscious. So I guess that's step number 1. But you may have identified this person and figured out that they're very conscious about, what they're doing. They're wearing masks out there. They're social distancing. They're, wiping stuff down at their house with the Lysol and whatnot and everything. And just being, on it. But you've never met them. You've only, been online. On the online dating thing, That's cool, but, that needs to not go on too long. I say once you are sure that you want to meet this person, you need to move to step 2 real quick. And that would be a phone conversation. Let's talk on the phone, and I want to feel you. I want to voice to voice and see what's going on. I've already checked your grammar and know that you know how to spell with the, writing back and forth and stuff on the online service. Now that we're talking, let's keep this short. And let's plan, where are we going to meet? Where are we going to have a 6 feet apart date? That's step 3. Make that happen. Now, a lot of folks aren't even real anyway. So it's awesome to get to who's real and who's not by this. And another thing, I'll tell you a little trick since we're talking about this. With the fraud romance people, they're like in a boiler room in Lagos or whatever. Anyway, and they're not real. They're just ultimately trying to get your money. I ask boys, send me a photo, or I'll write a note. Actually, I'll actually write a note, and I'll go like, boom, hey Bob, heart. Can you see that? And I'll take a picture of me, like me holding the note, hey Bob, love you, or how are you? And then I'll send it to him via text, and I'll say, like, do me a fave and write me a note with my name and send it back to me via text. That's either going to be the very, 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 very end of the conversation, because they are unable to do that because they are not really the person that they've been catfishing. You know what I mean? And then there you go. You're done. Wrap that up. Bada boom, bada bang. I try to knock that out early. But this conversation that we're having right here is not about that. But it does let me know that I do need to share with you some of my online dating tips. Absolutely. Save yourself some heartache and some time so you get right to what you're doing, what you want to do, right? Okay, so anyway, let's pretend like it's somebody that you already, that they're really legitimate people. Okay, so you've identified this person. That's the first step, that they are somebody you're attracted to. They seem to be attracted to you too, and they also seem very, serious about trying to avoid COVID-19 and not sharing it with people, so that you then don't share it with other people in your, personal tribe. Okay, step 2, you've met via phone and made a plan to meet in person, wear your masks, and be 6 feet apart. Maybe once you get 6 feet apart, you can take your mask off and talk to each other. But if you get closer, wear your masks, you know what I mean? And just do the thing that you're supposed to do. Okay, now you've met each other. You can keep that short if you like. But now you can continue with bonding with this person if you still like them at that point. So here come the next 4 steps. If you've decided that this is the person and this person has decided you're the person, and you're aiming at a mutual COVID-19 era partnering, coupling agreement, y'all both go get tested. You know, I am saying that in hopes that as I say it, they're making the tests even easier than it has been. Like, I'm in Southern California. As I speak, it's so hot, they've closed down a bunch of the testing sites. They're like, oh, no. I don't know, maybe the testing stuff needs to be, I don't know, I'm making up stuff now. But it has been hot, 100 degrees and stuff. That's a lot of degrees to wait in a long line that's wrapping around the block and everything. So they shut it down. But if there are ways, I've heard of walk-up centers and all kinds of things that are starting to happen, and they're making it so we can get these tests faster and easier. So if you can find a place like that and make that happen, then awesome. And even if you can't, if this is that important to you, then make it happen. You want to get tested. So you get tested. Usually you get your result on your phone. I mean, you know, it's usually via email. You make it that way. And so now it's going to show up on your phone. And then you can share with each other. That's the next step. Share your negative result with your partner. So now we're on step 5, right? Now you got to sign 5. Now you got to sign, are we on 5? Identify. One moment, please. Identify them. Talk to them. Meet them. Get tested. Share the test. Sign the thing. We're on 6. Sign the agreement. Now, the agreement, oh my God. I would like to talk about that next time because it's a whole 10 minutes all by itself. I'm not kidding. It's not 10 minutes. We could do it in 4. We could, probably. And then add some other stuff to that conversation. But I went crazy when I first created the agreement, and now it's a nice, short, bada boom, bada bing. You know, if you want to opt out, but have the courtesy to opt out and let the other person know that you've opted out of this agreement. You know, you don't want to do this monogamous situation anymore. Thank you and everything, and you're wonderful, and thank you. But, you know, yeah, it's interesting. Oh my gosh, I wish I could hear your thoughts right now. I would love to know what you're thinking. Comments below, please, because yeah. So the survey, which is basically a tool for us to start having some quality conversation about this, which actually could be enriching our lives in this scary COVID-19 era. Seriously, what if, you know, what if there's this beautiful silver lining that could happen from taking these steps? So that's pretty much all I have to say right now. That's all I got to say right now. There's so much more. I will be back. I told you that I wouldn't be long and that I would be back. And this one's too long. This is a too long video. Oopsie. It's a lot of minutes. Okay, so I guess that's it for now. I do welcome your comments. If this vlog has been at all interesting or helpful to you in any way, could you pretty please press the like button, even if you didn't like it? Just kidding. No, seriously. Could you press that? And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, and that way you'll be notified whenever I do these things. And sometimes I stream, which is fun, because then I can like kind of interact with you if you comment and whatnot while I'm talking. All right, then that's it for now. It's your conscious cougar, Gillian Harris, checking out. Have a great day. We'll talk again soon. Bye. Touch safely.